Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Vlogmas day 19 and today I had a massive order to make crinoline based fascinator for a choir, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So all you're going to need is your plastic headband. That's if you want to make use of plastic headband, your needle and thread, your crinoline of choice. And for this project, I'm measuring I'm using the big and the small crinoline. For the big crinoline, you measure like 32 inches in length, and then you fold it in half, and you would see like a thread in one side of the crinoline, and you pull the both threads together to draw it together to gather it. So that's what you're just gonna do. You pull both threads at the same time to gather the crinoline, just like you see me do, guys. After you have finished gathering it, you then pleat the sides together and take it to the gathered side, put it there, and then you tie it into a tight knot. You tie it very well. After tying it all round, you then go in with your needle and thread and sew it in place. So if this is your first time joining me, you're welcome. Please don't be a stranger. Kindly click on that big red subscribe button below this video and join the family, guys. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And when you're done tacking it in place, you cut off the excess crinoline you have there. Don't cut too close to where you have tacked so you don't loosen everything. And when you're done cutting, you would be left with a heart-shaped kind of base. As you can see, it looks like a heart. So that's the base you'll be going for. If you do this and you don't have that heart-shaped base, then you did it wrong. You have to do it again. So for the smaller crinoline, we're going to be making like loops all around. And how you're going to achieve that is by, pleating the ends, like tacking it in place. You can decide to use your needle and thread, but crinoline is very stubborn. I always I love to use the thread and just wrap it all around and make it tightly secured. I find that easier than using needle and thread to tack. So when you're done tacking the top part of the crinoline, you're going to just form a loop like this, just like you see me do. Then you measure it with the base of the big crinoline, the heart-shaped crinoline you did, so you'd know if the loop is big or if the loop is small. When you're done measuring, you go ahead and still tack it in place. Like I said earlier on, you can decide to use thread and needle to tack, but I just prefer to tie it all around. That's faster for me and it looks more secure. When you're done tacking the first loop, you go ahead with the second loop, tack it in place, and you do that until you get up to like 5 or 6 loops, depending on how many loops you want. Always make sure to measure it with the base cap so it doesn't get bigger than the base cap or smaller than the base cap. So when I form the loop, I tack it in place, create another loop, tack it in place, and then I'll show you guys the next step. And as you can see, our loop is formed and is looking all beautiful. When you're okay with the loops you've created, you go ahead and cut off the excess crinoline and thread, but make sure you tack it securely so it doesn't go loose. So when I cut it off, I'll then tack the gold crinoline and tack it in and out of the heart-shaped base, just like you see me do. When you bring it out, you take it back in and just tack it in place. I prefer to use needle and thread instead of a gum for this process, because needle and thread, like, is very trustworthy. You know that it's not going to cut off. But if it's a gum, it can always, you know, pull off. But with needle and thread, you can go no wrong with needle and thread. And when you're done tacking, all you have to do is attach the elastic band. That's if you're making use of elastic band. You attach elastic band, but for this case, I'm making use of a plastic headband. So before I attach the plastic headband, my client actually needed me to add beads on it, pearls on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just, you know, adding the pearls here before I go ahead to add the plastic headband. And as you can see, I added some pearls where I tacked in the middle, just to cover any thread showing. Please ignore my face, guys. Like, as you can hear from my voice, I'm actually not feeling fine. I'm catching a cold. I think Hamatan don't they catch me, guys. So I like placing my plastic headband on the mannequin head, so I can actually gauge like, and know exactly where I'm going to be placing the crinoline or any fascinator I'm making. So as you can see, I have seen the spot. I'm going to be creating that. So I'm going in with my hot glue gun and just, you know, attach it. And I'm going to hold it for some time so that it sets. And once it is set, I add more gum if necessary. If not, then as you can see, I'm trying it on my head to see how it's going to look. And my client needed a simple crinoline fascinator, and this looks simple enough. So guys, when you're done with your candle gum attaching the plastic headband, you go in with your zigzag scissors and a poly fabric, like a scuba material. So I'm just cutting out a circle where I'm going to be covering where we attach the gum, so that everything will look neat. And when I was done, as you can see, I'm done with all of them. There they are on the chair. I'm just trying to, you know, take pictures and take videos and everything, because there are some clients you have that they will not send pictures for you, and maybe they don't even know that they're supposed to send pictures, you know. So I'm also packaging everything into nylons and my packaging nylons and all. And then I'll equally be going in with my business cards, thank you cards and all. So in case anybody wants more, they can always place an order for more. I'm equally putting some in my branded nylons, so they can also have my details in case they need more. So thank you guys for sticking around with me, and here is the final product. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you can't see it very clearly because I was standing where the light was, and I didn't even know that it was going to reflect in the video. But anyways, it turned out beautiful. Thank you so much for sticking with me. See you tomorrow on Vlogmas Day 20. I love you all. Thank you for the support thus far. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you're interested in making any fascinator, be with that showcase, with crinoline, with Ankara, whatever it is, just holler at your girl, because we're here to make money. So thanks to my sister who gave me the referral for this job. I'm so grateful to you, Sarah. I appreciate you. God bless you. And yeah, see you all in my next video. Bye bye. Good night, guys.